Hello everyone! I'm going to weed these 4 different HTV materials just to show you guys maybe some differences in them. This first one is the Easyweed that I'm currently using. I love it. It has a sticky background which helps to keep details in place. And I tried previously this Thermoflex Frosty Clear that does not have a sticky background, and you'll see those are a little harder to keep in place. These are pretty big, but smaller ones were a no-go for me. And then recently we were made aware by a group member that Thermoflex does make a Frosty Clear with a sticky backing. They just didn't have it on the website. I want to say it's Craft Cutters where I got it, but it's there now, and I'll put a link below in the video. So this is the new one that has a sticky background. I'll be interested to compare the two of those. And then this is Ho Film, which is available on Amazon, and I'll show that one as well. So I'm going to start out with the Easyweed that I normally use. And again, my reason for loving this one, besides that it's easy to work with, is because it has that sticky background that holds the details in place. And this is a pen that I got from formerly 651 vinyl. I believe it's now 143. I'll have to double check that. But I do love it also for weeding. And I made all 4 of these the exact same design so that we would be comparing apples to apples for the weeding process. So that was super easy. Those details don't move around. I can rub on them. They stay right where they are. Then we go to the Thermoflex Frosty Clear that does not have a sticky background. I'll put a little piece of tape on there for a second. And again, I'm just going to pick this up. I cut them all exactly the same setting at the same time on my mat. I just put them all on the mat to cut them out together, and used the iron-on setting for them all. As you can see, this has a cut through it because this is a scrap that I had from a previous video that I'm using. So it's going to weed a little bit funny, but that's no fault of the material. That's just because I'm, again, using a scrap that has a cut line through it. So that weeded just fine. Again, these are really big details in here, but these, when I had small details, they were very difficult to keep in place, and they wanted to move around with a non-sticky background. Put that back on there. Now we'll go to the new material. I haven't used this yet, haven't even played with it yet. Just got it a few days ago, just before Thanksgiving. But it also seems to weed quite well. I kind of wanted to pick a more detailed, smaller detailed, oops, there you go, I just pulled a piece up. Wanted to pick a more small detailed design to use for this to really give it a good test, but I figured I'd be weeding in the video forever. So I'm going to look at this and just determine which side. There's that side shiny, so that side goes down. Put that back where, and here's the beauty of the sticky background. I can place that back down where it goes and it will stay there. You do not have that luxury without the sticky background. So I can just put that right back where it goes. Into place. And then this is Ho Film, which is available on Amazon. It's called Ho Film Transparent. This one could have used one little notch over from iron-on, but again, I was really just trying to cheat and do them all at the same time. So you can see it's not pulling up quite as well. And that probably is due to the fact that it could have used a little bit heavier cut setting. And it does say on Amazon in the description that it's thicker than other vinyls and needs a heavier, I think it said light cardstock. It's working okay, but if I were going to use it as a regular thing, I would use the light cardstock setting, I believe. Or even maybe iron-on plus. And then I'll do another video that I will show heat pressing the 4 of these materials. They all have a little bit different recommendation from the manufacturers as far as the setting and the temperature and the time. But keeping in mind that we aren't using them for their intended purposes, so you'll see lots of times and temps out there mentioned. I'm going to do a little experiment and see if I can find one temperature and time that works for all of them. I will let you know. But there again, I mean, I was kind of cheating because I had bigger details, but I think that this has great potential, the new one with the sticky background. And it is a little bit thicker than the Caesar Easyweed adhesive. So that's nice when you're actually working with the stencil or if you're selling stencils. It does have a more substantial feel to it. So there you go. I'll make some notes and attach those at the bottom of the video. If you have any questions, feel free to place them in the comments.